So he's at it again. Hope Paranormal, the psychic, claims that he was told secrets by a murder victim. But he was telling us what the public already knew. Alright guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be taking a look at Hope Paranormal again. Now this guy Josh reckons he has been communicating with the spirit of Gabby Petito. Now those of you that don't know who Gabby Petito was, she was a girl that was murdered by her boyfriend back in September 2021. And old Joshy Poos here was telling us that she was dead before her body was even found. And that the spirit of Gabby told him through his shitty little woo-woo box in his living room.
What the hell is wrong with you?
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 Now, believe it or not, there is 200,000 people that are subscribed to this man. So when something is not adding up, then I feel like this 200,000 people deserve to know the truth. So we're going to have a little look and listen through Josh's video here. And we're going to break it down. And I'm going to show you what's actually going on in this video. So let's go through this properly, shall we? So today I'm going to show you three things. One, everything he claimed as a psychic was already public knowledge. Two, the one thing he got wrong, he quietly buried. And three, the device he's using, the spirit box, it doesn't talk to the dead. It's basically just an MP3 player playing back reversed audio, which he turns up and down with a knob, with a reverb added to it to make it sound spooky, and uses audio pareidolia to try and make you believe that he's talking to the spirits of the deceased.
What?
And this is why it's one of the most deceptive pieces of jiggery pokery that I've come across on the platform. Right, so let's jump into it, shall we?
Hey everybody, it's me Josh with Hope, and I am sharing a very special and powerful video with you. Many of you that have been following me for many years know that one of the strongest connections I've ever had was with Gabby Petito. And we just
Strong connection, eh?
got through March, and on March 19th was Gabby's birthday. Now I connect with her intuitively on my own throughout the year. I check in with her, and the connection is still there. But
sure you do.
you know, what I want to share with you before I share the session I did with her just recently, I'm going to take you through a few events that really prove how powerful and real this work is, despite what the naysayers and haters that try to discredit this work, that they cannot because of just so many sessions that were like this. But this right here with Gabby, she was able to convey so much, and it's undeniable.
Is it really? Now, those of you who don't know who Hope Paranormal is, he is a self-proclaimed medium that works in the United States. And he does spirit box sessions and ITC photography. And this guy's got about 200,000 subscribers. He's had about 11 million views. So he's not small, and people genuinely believe the crap that he's saying. Now, just to give everyone a bit of context here, we're looking into the Gabby Petito case. So Gabby Petito was a 22-year-old American woman who went missing in August 2021 during a road trip with her fiance, Brian Laundrie. Brian came home to Florida on the 1st of September without her, and he refused to speak to the police. Gabby was reported missing on the 11th of September. Her body was found in the Grand Teton National Park on the 19th. The autopsy released the 12th of October confirmed she'd been murdered, strangled and beaten. Brian Laundrie was eventually found dead in October, ruled a self-inflicted gunshot. His journal released on June 22 confirmed that he had killed her. Yeah, this is an awful case. A real girl, a real family, and real grief. So let's carry on.
I'm going to take you back to September 18th, 2021. That was the first time that I asked about Gabby. She had not been found in Wyoming in the Grand Teton National Park yet. And this is really powerful. I asked my guides if there's any information that we can get. And we get that she is deceased, that Brian escaped. And I get intuitively that she was laying somewhere outside.
So Josh here decides to do a spirit box session, and this was a week after she had gone missing, but no body had been found. And he's claiming that the session produced information that nobody could have known. So let's have a look at that, shall we?
Asking about Gabby Petito, is there anything that can be said? I see her laying somewhere. Is Gabby Petito's body laying somewhere? Like I'm envisioning, I'm seeing. Is she
Well, her body's not going to be stood up, is it?
somewhere laying? Is her body laying somewhere?
Didn't sound like she's dead at all. Brian escaped, did he? Sounds nothing like it.
Now, the very next day, on September 19th, 2021, she was indeed found. So right there, this was posted, this session, before her body was found.
Right, so Josh's big claim here on the 18th of September, he said that, you know, he felt like Gabby's body was laid somewhere. I mean, that's remarkable, isn't it? I mean, let's think back for a second, right? She went missing a week before, and there was a wide-scale manhunt looking for her. So Gabby goes missing. Her boyfriend comes back from holiday without her. I mean, it doesn't take a fucking scientist to have a good guess of what's happened here, does it?
Nah.
So most of the population following this story have already got a good idea of what's happened. You're coming through saying, oh, I think she's deceased, lying somewhere. I feel like I can feel you. You're deceased. Come on, man. You're stating the obvious, right? And you said, oh, she's deceased, laying outside. I mean, she went missing in a national park. Of course she's probably going to be laid outside. And then he got and I've got Brian has escaped. Yeah, you and half of the world, mate. Brian Laundrie's return to Florida without Gabby was being covered by every major news outlet around the world. And this was 2 weeks before your shitty little ITC session.
There's something going on around here that just don't add up.
And it was the central fact of their entire case. And old Joshy here parrots public knowledge and tells everybody it's a spirit communicating with him through his shitty little ITC box. I mean, for fucking Jesus Christ.
This guy just pissing. He's pissing all over us. He's pissing on you. What does it taste like?
Let's carry on.
Now, after she was found on the 19th, I then asked for her again later that day, and I posted that session on September 20th. Now, in that session, I had intuitively got that she had suffered some kind of head trauma.
Yeah, I think everybody on the entire planet intuitively got that.
Whether that was from falling or that was from Brian. But in that session, she was able to tell us that he did do it, that he hurt her, that he left her out there.
No shit, Sherlock.
So coming directly from her, and I felt a very strong connection when connecting with her.
I'm sure you did.
I mean, I see her, but I see like there was a head wound or something. There was some kind of trauma to the head. Gabby, what would you like to say?
Sounds nothing like the words that he's putting up on the screen. Absolute gobbledygook. And that is actually words being played in reverse. Now, if you haven't seen my debunk on his ITC box, then I will link the video at the end where I break it down and tell you how it works and what a load of rubbish it is.
What's remarkable is that the autopsy was not released until October 12th, 2021. So almost a month after I did that session. In that autopsy report, it showed that she had suffered blunt trauma to the head and strangulation. So
Wow, another great guess, Sherlock. I mean, most people that are killed do suffer trauma to the head. You're making this come across as though you've been able to guess the numbers for the friggin' lottery.
Showed, again, another piece of undeniable proof that the information and the communication that we were getting was accurate. Now, also in that
No, it's just a guess.
same session from the 20th, she was able to tell us that he was already dead. Even my guides said that he was deceased. I'm getting that you're afraid. Are you afraid?
Josh does another session and his spirit guides tell him that Brian is already dead. But at this point, Brian had been missing since the 13th. That is a week. And law enforcement couldn't find him. It was all over the news and everybody was speculating that Brian had most probably done himself in. So Josh is basically watching the news, reading Reddit and calling it a seance.
Help me singing.
His body wasn't found until October 20th, 2021. So literally exactly a month after doing that session was when his body was found. But she was already telling us, my guides were already telling us that he was deceased. Authorities were also able to pinpoint when he actually died. And the date that they give, the window, was September 13th through the 14th. So when I was doing that initial session on the 20th, asking for her to come through, he was already deceased, and it was already by a few days prior to that session.
Like I said, even all the news outlets were saying he most probably had ended his own life. So, oh God, again, not rocket science, is it, Josh? His biggest claim here that was he intuited that she suffered with head trauma. And this was before the autopsy on the 12th of October. And to be fair, the autopsy did confirm blunt head trauma and strangulation. But remember what Josh said in his first session. He's like, I think there has been some head trauma, or I think she's fallen down, she's hurt herself. I mean, which is it, Josh? Has she had head trauma or has she fell? Because Brian's journal here says, and I quote, "I ended her life." He murdered her, Josh. It wasn't an accident. He had done it deliberately. So your intuitive interpretation was totally wrong. And you still use his journal as confirmation anyway. But you quietly glossed over the she fell part, and then you just put all your eggs into the head trauma. That's not a psychic hit, is it, Josh? That's cherry picking. Cherry picking your own prediction after the fact, which is the same as, again, with the lottery. Oh, I think the next ball that's going to come out is going to be like a 2, a 10 or a 20. And then the 10 comes out and then you're like, see, I told you it was going to be a 10. Yeah, but what about the other numbers you'd picked as well? Oh, and by the way, Josh, when somebody goes missing, when they've had a violent altercation with their partner, do you know what the main cause of death usually is? You've got it. Head trauma. And guess what the second one is? Strangulation. So that's not spirits talking to you, Josh. That is probability. Right, so I think I'm going to leave it there, guys, but I want to finish on this because I feel like it's important. And it's got nothing to do with spirit boxes. But 200,000 people are subscribed to this guy. And like I said before, he's had about 11.5 million views on his channel. And if you go through the comments in this video, which I did, it is full to the brim of grieving people. People who have lost loved ones to violence. I mean, there was even a comment from a person in there who had lost her sister that was murdered by her boyfriend. And these are the kind of people that are sat there watching this rubbish. This isn't entertainment. This is manipulation dressed up as comfort. And Gabby Petito and her family and everyone who watches you deserve better than this. Right, so I think that's about it for today, guys. Please do leave your thoughts and your comments down below. Do not go over to Josh's channel and give him any grief. Keep it in my comment section and try and keep it as pleasant as you can. But those of you that haven't seen my video on Josh's ITC box, which I have debunked 100%, the video will be somewhere there. So click on it next and give it a view. But yeah, take care, guys. Have a good one. And I will see you again on the next one.